Okay, I've tried filming this twice and I have a list now to keep me on track because I keep rambling. Hello. Reginald and I say hello. Yes, I still have this YouTube channel. Yes, I would still like to continue making videos for this YouTube channel, even though I haven't done that all summer. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. Today, Reginald would be down here. We're talking about goal setting and why putting timelines on personal projects and things that I do in my free time just haven't worked out. And I'll explain that a little bit and why I'm talking about this and why I'm sharing this with the world when it sounds like I failed. But I'm going to explain why I haven't failed. And I'm going to explain to all of you, anybody who's watching, because let's be real, practically no one is subscribed to this page. My TikTok has been losing followers for like steadily for 2-3 months now. You know, I'm just gonna put this out of the world. Whoever sees it, sees it. If you see this message was meant for you. But Reginald and I, because Reginald is instrumental in everything that I do, set goals for this summer, and I didn't complete any of them. Nope, not a single one. You want to know the goals that I set for this summer? I'll put them right here. I was going to edit all of the Wikipedia pages pertaining to the Great Baking Powder War. All of them. I had that goal. I was going to do that. I was going to create a Wikipedia page for William Monroe Wright, who invented Calumet baking powder. I was going to do that. I was also going to make sure that George Roux had a Wikipedia page too, but I didn't know that much about him. Things that I could have researched into. I didn't. I was going to keep this YouTube channel up. I made one video that I have not edited and I will not post because it was me talking about all of the books that I had planned to read this summer. I had this big tall stack of academic books that I was going to read. I just returned them, a week ago without reading any of them. Yay me. I was going to make a quilt top. The blocks aren't done. The second I put a timeline on it, I quit. I was going to edit 4 pairs of pants. Hold on, mind. I was going to alter 4 pairs of pants that I bought at Goodwill so that they fit better, you know? Didn't do any of that. I have 1 pant leg done of 1 pair of pants that I've had for 5 years. That's something. I was going to, I don't know, make more TikToks. Didn't happen. I was going to do a lot of things. And I was gonna go, that's another one, I was gonna go to the movies at least once a week. Didn't happen. I set a lot of goals for my free time this summer, and here we are. First YouTube video in 3 months? It's fine. I'm fine. And the reason I'm fine is that I did do things in my free time. They weren't what I had set my goals for, but I baked a lot. I made myself dinner quite a few nights. I ended up spending a lot of time with my parents and my younger brother. I went home on weekends. I ended up, decorating this room, and then I got like my essentials done too. I started shopping. I created a budget. I pay my bills on time. I clean my apartment once a week. I'm doing things in my free time, and just because I didn't complete those goals doesn't mean that I'm not doing good. You know what I mean? So why am I telling you this? Why am I listing out my failures for, I don't know, the 10 people who will see this video? It's because they're not failures. They're not. I don't see them as failures. I see them as things that I set out to do, that I ultimately ended up in my free time, in my limited free time, that I didn't have time for, that I didn't want to do that day. And that's perfectly fine because I did other things in my free time. And that's really what it comes down to. I think so often there are these expectations placed on us by society that if we are not using our free time to the maximum, if we're not, making sure that every second of every day counts towards something, then kaput, then that's it. Then we're not being a useful member of society. I think even though I didn't do the things that I had set out to do, that I still did good. I went to Safe Zone trainings. I did all the things that I mentioned during this video. I'm a good person, despite what the man who preached to me for 15 minutes on a corner told me. Fuck you, man. But I'm a good person. I did the things that I ended up wanting to do in the moment. I went and I watched the sunset over the lake. I stayed here and I took care of myself. I started taking biotin gummies. I am letting my nails breathe. This is the one and only time that you will see me without nail polish, I swear to God. It's so hard to not have nail polish on my fingernails right now, but I'm letting my nails breathe because I'm taking care of myself now. And I'm not going to continue to place expectations on my free time, because when I place expectations on my free time, then I feel guilty. I felt really guilty that I didn't make any YouTube videos this summer. I felt really guilty for quite a while that I have this half-edited book YouTube video sitting on my computer. And I shouldn't feel guilty about that. There were days when I got home and I didn't feel good enough about myself and my body to sit in front of a camera for 20 minutes and then to sit in front of my computer for who knows how long editing that video. Didn't feel like it. That's okay. It's my free time. I can do what I want in my free time. I didn't get all of the academic reading done that I wanted to do this summer. That's okay. I do plenty of academic reading during the school year. Just because I decided to read Twilight instead of, I don't know, what were some of the academic books that I had? Just because I decided to read Twilight instead of reading up on the Great Baking Powder War or reading up on the history of witchcraft, which was something I also wanted to do this summer. Just because I decided to read Twilight over that doesn't mean that I failed. It just means that I needed a lighter read, that I needed something that I could digest easily and that I didn't feel any expectations with, you know, that I didn't feel like I had to learn something. It's Twilight, come on. Why video? We're on the third bullet point here. This is where I keep derailing the conversation, so we're actually gonna try to get it right this time. I'm telling you this because I don't want you or the other 10 people who are watching this to feel like you have to place expectations on your free time. There's so many expectations, especially on college students and high school students, which I feel is my demographic. There's so many expectations placed on us normally. I read the syllabus for one of my classes this week, and it said to get the full experience, I'm expected to spend 8 to 10 hours on this class a week. No way that is happening. There's no way. But those expectations are placed. I am expected to do X amount of homework. I am expected to perform at a certain level at work. I'm expected to make sure I look presentable and that I have enough energy to perform work, you know. I'm expected to pay my bills on time. I'm expected to make food for myself and feed myself. I'm expected to, by myself mostly, but I'm expected to keep my room clean. I'm expected to keep my apartment clean, you know. There's so many expectations placed on us that if we don't want to place expectations on our free time, that shouldn't be a horrible thing. And it's not a horrible thing. If you get home after a long day at work or school or whatever, and you don't want to do the thing that you told yourself you were going to do for fun, or the thing that you told yourself you were going to do for fun no longer sounds fun, don't do it. There's so much freedom in deciding how we spend our time that I'm not going to continue to take that freedom away from myself by placing expectations. So going forward, what does that look like? You'll see a YouTube video from me when I feel like filming a YouTube video. You'll see a TikTok from me when I feel like filming a TikTok. You know what I did today? I went to the park and drank my Starbucks that has an extra shot of espresso in it. God bless the Starbucks baristas. But I went to the park and drank my coffee and made 3 or 4 separate TikTok drafts. I haven't posted any of them. One of them I will probably end up posting now that I'm on Wi-Fi. But I made 3 or 4 TikTok drafts, and I kind of made those out of the expectation that I feel like people have of me to upload TikToks. Boo-hoo. Sorry. I'm gonna upload when I want. I'm going to spend my free time how I want. If I want to end up reading books on the history of witchcraft, I'm gonna read books on the history of witchcraft. I know where the witchcraft section is. I can find it easily. If I want to finish my quilt top, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna finish my quilt top, you know? But if I end up not wanting to do those things, I'm not going to call myself a failure. If I end up, I don't know, wanting to do a Sudoku or color in a coloring book, or if I want to just go exist in a park under the sun, I can do that. I can spend my free time how I want to, and you can spend your free time how you want to. So no promises going forward. Hopefully I will make more YouTube videos. I would like to. I really enjoy it. No promises, except for the one video that I will have to make for a class. Remember that you don't have to promise yourself things like that either. I don't know. This is feeling really anticlimactic. This is feeling really anticlimactic. This is the third time I have filmed this video, and it's all been in one video, and I really hope that it uploads to iCloud the way I want it to. But yeah, that's where we are. This is the end of the video. Reginald says hi. Go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll see what I do. Now that I feel this freedom of having expectations on myself that I've put on myself, you know, maybe I will end up making more YouTube videos, but no promises. No promises, no expectations. Like and subscribe if you would like to. Go ahead and go on over to TikTok and like and subscribe. It would be kind of nice to not have my analytics look like an avalanche. That would be kind of nice, but I'm not putting any expectations on you, as long as you don't put any expectations on me. That has been the video. I know that was probably really anticlimactic and whatnot. It's probably going to be a very short video because I'm going to cut out a lot of my ums and whats and whatnot in here, but I wanted to get that out. I wanted to let you all know that, and I'm going to go now because I have a parking pass to pick up and an apartment to clean. Because I made some dinner last night and the dishes have been sitting in the sink. So I'm gonna go do that, and you all are going to go have an amazing time doing whatever the fuck you want in your free time. No expectations, no questions asked. Have a good day, y'all. Bye. I don't know why I continue to put you in my YouTube videos. You do nothing but sit there. It is so cute. I love you so much. Okay, Legend-less goodbye. Bye.